Welcome to these additional episodes of Your Pregnancy Week by Week. We're going to provide information about things you may want to know about before baby's birth and in the weeks and months after baby arrives. Dr. Glade Curtis and I hope these discussions will help you and your partner settle into your new roles as parents. The information in these episodes is a general informative guide. None of the information we provide is intended to replace, countermand, or conflict with the advice given to you by your own doctors. Always follow his or her advice. Use the information you learn here as a starting place in your dialogue to help you put your life with baby and after pregnancy concerns, questions, or interests into words. Each episode will cover one topic. Our discussions are intended to help guide you through the many new experiences awaiting you. So let's get started on this discussion. We're going to talk about precautions to take to protect baby from the sun. Can a baby go out in the sun? It's best to avoid exposing a young baby because his skin is so delicate. It's safer for him when you keep him out of the sun whenever you can. The worst times of exposure are between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. in spring and summer months. UV rays are strongest at noon. When you're outside and keeping baby out of the sun, be aware glare from water and light surfaces, such as snow, may also cause some problems. You may need some protection in the sun because some UV radiation can be reflected off surfaces and reach your baby. Clothing may help protect baby's skin. Long sleeves and long pants are a good choice, but they may not be practical because of the heat. In such cases, keeping baby in the shade or inside may be the best solution. Some clothing can help protect baby from sun exposure. A white t-shirt has a protection factor of about 7, but once it gets wet, that protection drops to about 3. Here's a test to see if your child's clothing can protect him from the sun. Hold the garment up to sunlight. If you can see through it, the sun can also get through it, exposing baby to UV rays. You may want to check out baby clothes treated with sunscreen. They can help protect baby while he's wearing them. Clothes protected with sunscreen carry an ultraviolet protective factor, UPF, rating on the label. This rating is different from the protection rating on sunscreens. A UPF rating of 15 means the clothing allows 1/15, about 6%, of the sun's radiation to pass through clothing to the skin. You can also add sunscreen to baby's clothes. Some laundry aids help block as much as 95% of UV rays when you add them to baby's wash. Check them out online. Sunglasses are another consideration. They can help protect baby's eyes. Some sunglasses are made especially for babies and have an elastic strap to keep them in place. You may use sunscreen or sunblock yourself and wonder about using it on baby. If you read most product labels, they contain the advisory, consult a physician before using on a child under 6 months of age. Be sure to talk to your pediatrician about it before you use any sunscreen or sunblock on baby. You may be given specific advice for the area you live in. Sunscreens have an SPF number on the container. Do you know what it means? SPF is the sun protection factor. The higher the number, the greater the protection, right? That's partially correct, but SPF also refers to the amount of time a person can remain in the sun before he or she turns red. Read labels for more information. When you use sunscreen or sunblock, always choose an SPF of at least 15. There are many products on the market available for babies with much higher SPFs. When you use sunscreen, apply it to every part of baby's exposed skin. Be careful not to get it in his eyes. If you put it on his fingers, he'll probably put them in his mouth, so avoid putting it on his hands when possible. Reapply every 2 hours and always reapply if he's been in the water. Some sunscreens have stronger ingredients than others. You may find your baby gets a rash with one product. Try another. A product made especially for babies may not contain some of the more irritating ingredients. Sun damage can occur at any time of the year, and it's cumulative, which means it builds up as time passes. So use sunscreen and sunblock year-round. Avoiding sun damage now may decrease your child's risk of developing skin cancer later in life. If the alternative to using a sunscreen or sunblock is baby getting a sunburn, most pediatricians would recommend you use a sun protection product. Occasional use of sunscreen or sunblock is okay before baby reaches 6 months. If you want to find out more about our podcast, visit our website, yourpregnancyweekbyweek.com. Looking for something specific? Check out the podcast topics list. It lists topics covered in each weekly pregnancy episode and our Let's Explore More segments. Follow us on social media for updates, new podcast episodes, and important information. Visit Your Pregnancy Week by Week, all one word, on Facebook and Instagram. If you would like further information, check out our book, Your Pregnancy Week by Week. You may also want to check out our book for partners, Your Pregnancy for the Father-to-Be.